Hey everyone, it's Chelsea from the Allen County Public Library, and for this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a little decorative candle holder. For this one I made a snowflake, and I'm also going to be showing you in this video how to make a little maple leaf. If you are not very comfortable with hammer and nail, if you are clumsy or accident prone, this might not be the craft for you. But if you are willing to give it a try, then maybe wear some gloves to keep your fingers a little safe from the hammer. To get started, you'll need a tin can that has been cleaned inside and out, and you'll need a nail and a hammer. And I'll have a few stencils up at the front desk if you want to use one that I've used in my examples here. Or if you want, you can just take a marker and draw your design on your can however you want to do it. But if you have everything you need, let's get started. Okay, so to get started on this craft, what you're going to do is you are going to get your stencil or your drawing on here positioned how you want it. And I made sure that it wasn't going to be over this glue in the back of the can. And I also taped my stencil on. And I've got a couple of wash rags here that I'm going to use to help stabilize the can so that it doesn't roll away on me. And I've got a few already started here. So this is what I'll do when I am first starting on putting the holes in where I want them. I'll do the peaks and points of my leaf so that I have an outline of kind of what it's going to look like, and then I can judge if I need more holes drilled into the can afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to put the nail where I want the hole, and I'm going to hold it with my left hand and kind of rest my wrist on the table so that I'm holding the can in place and it doesn't roll away. And then we'll gently tap on the can until the nail goes through. All right, so we can see we've got that good and in there. I'm gonna take it out. You can see the hole that it made right there. And I'll go ahead and I'll finish doing all the little holes, and I'll show you what you do when it's finished. So I've now gone around and done the points of my leaf here. And I wanted to make a couple of notes before we go any further. The first is you probably want to use a smaller nail. You might not want to use a really huge, like 3-inch nail, because you might make huge holes and this is a tiny can. So you want to use a kind of smaller nail for this project. Also, when you're hammering, you can kind of hear a different sound once it goes through, so you don't have to nail the nail all the way down. Just a little bit, just enough to make a hole is all you have to do. And lastly, I want to say, now you might think that this is enough holes for your light, but this is a good time to check, because I did the snowflake earlier and I just did the points of the snowflake, and when I took the paper off, it just looked like a bunch of circles. So be sure to take your little stencil off and check on it. So see, that does not look like a maple leaf. So we're gonna now go back and we're gonna fill in those lines so that they actually look like lines and not just random dots on our can. So I'm gonna go back through, especially on these longer pieces, maybe add a couple here, I might not add one here, especially these shorter places. If you add too many, it'll just make a big hole in your can. So I wouldn't put another hole in these little short areas, but maybe a couple along these longer lines will really make the shape take form. So I'm gonna do that and I will show you the finished product. Okay, so I've now gone back and I have filled in the lines with some more holes, and I just want to show you what it looks like. It's not exactly perfect. It doesn't exactly look like a maple leaf, but that is why there are many other cans that you can experiment with if this one doesn't turn out the way you want it to. And we always have the pretty little snowflake, but that is how you do it. You could always check back and forth after you add some more holes and see what it looks like. Mine kind of looks, I don't even know what shape this looks like. But that's how you do it. That's the gist of how you make this craft. And sometimes crafts don't go the way you plan them to, but sometimes they turn out a lot better than you would imagine they would. I really enjoyed doing this one. I like the snowflake. It'll last all winter long. And it looks like a snowflake. Just spray paint it white and put a little candle inside, and you have a nice winter decoration. Alright, so that is how you make a tin can candle holder. And whether yours turns out as pretty as a snowflake or as wonky as my maple leaf, I hope you enjoyed making this craft, and I hope you will show us in the comments what yours turned out to look like. And we hope you have a great Thanksgiving or holiday season, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, whatever you make your decoration for. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.